the furnace experience and coming out alive. I'm 100% sure that many of us have gone through trials and tribulation and have been in a furnace. So the trials that we have encountered or faced in our lives that have this, they have a design purpose to either move us to worship God or destroy us in the process, or altogether give in to the enemy. The enemy of our soul seeks to hold us captive in the furnace, right? By keeping us attached to our wounds and scars. So let's say, for instance, we are in the furnace and all we are dwelling is in those wounds and those scars and feeling like we will never get out of here. We are just feeding the enemy. God seeks to cast us back into the furnace and spiritually binding our spirit. So what needs to get healed? Our spirit. So when we are in the furnace, our spirit is being tested. Our faith is being tested. We learned that from chapter 1. The enemy knows that if we become stagnant in the fires of trouble in the furnace, we are going to be most likely to miss our purpose for our life. What he seeks to do is to ultimately kill our hope, our faith, and our ability to seek God. And he keeps us wounded and scarred for life. So if we give up hope altogether, if we give up our faith, and if we give up, believing that God is keeping us, we are going to be altogether feel wounded and scarred throughout our whole life. And I am going to share some points from the book on how the enemy attacks us into staying wounded and in bondage. I'm not going to be able to touch in each of these points, but in later chapters, we are going to be addressing this. So number one, the fires of negative experience may also attack our gender identity and our understanding of how God created us. So let's also remember the enemy has an agenda. Number two, adversity can prevent us from developing intimacy and close relationship with others. So if the enemy can keep us isolated, right? Dwelling on our past and distrust, right? We're not going to be healing. Number three, negative experiences have a way of creating a season momentum that takes us closer and closer to destructive situation.